Alright. Is my mic on? My mic is on. Alright. I'm the Marlboro Mandalorian, and I am here to put together a, well,
There is no greater honor than defending our way of life. Remember, winning is more important than living.
he's so right. Okay, I'm putting together a little video for people who are new to this and want to be able to be useful even if they're having a hard time with things. It's not about the big fancy weapons. It's about what you can get a hold of and make useful for you at an early level. So, okay, first things, what to buy in acquisitions. I highly recommend shelling out 1,000 credits for this war bond here because.
Are you a man?
Ah, Simon. Because this gun right here does a lot of work. No matter what level you are, it is easily accessible, being as it is on the first page of this war bond. So 1,000 super credits spent, and however many war bond medals, and you'll be able to get access to this one right here. Let's see. Superstore. Today we have some lightish paramedic armor. It's not the lightest. It's not the lightest you can get, but it's good. It's good. It's light. It provides extra stims and increases the stim effect duration by 2 seconds. This will help carry you through a lot of stuff. Um, I'm not sure how much it is. It's probably like 250 super credits right there. And yeah, super credits are a little hard to come by when you start out, but this war bond here, every page has super credits. So spend some war bond medals, get some super credits. You can get, I think in the first 3 pages, yeah, 100, 5 pages. Okay, first 5 pages will get you 500 super credits. In this war bond, 600 credits. 700, 800. But yeah, buying a premium war bond will pay you back at least 30% of the super credits you invested in it, at least in this one. I'm not sure about this one, but don't worry too much about getting this one very quickly. The stuff in it is okay, but it's not great. Let's see, that's what to get on the war bonds and what to get out of the superstore today. Stratagems, beginner stratagems. I recommend getting the expendable anti-tank. I'm not sure what level you need to be to get it. It's probably like level 5 or 10, which doesn't take very long, but get it. Very quick cooldown time, and it delivers 2, and the pod lands directly on top of the beacon. So if you stick it on top of a charger, it'll kill the charger. Next up, orbital airburst. Very easy to use. It's 3 buttons that are all the same, and it'll land where the beacon lights up, not where the beacon is located. The radius of it is actually larger than it shows in the video. And with orbital scatter, it doesn't necessarily land where the beacon lit up, but cooldown isn't terrible and it's very easy to use. Next one, Eagle's Strafing Run. It goes in a straight line. That line is about 15 feet wide, or 3 meters if you're doing metric. You get 3 of them, and you get an extra one if you've got the ship module that increases your Eagle stratagems by 1. The cooldown on having just one is like, what, 2 minutes? Minute and a half? 2 minutes? Something like that. That's when you run out of them. The Eagle goes back to rearm. This one, don't sleep on it. It's very useful, and it works very well when you're in close proximity to other people. They're naturally going to try and get out of its way. They're going to think it's a cluster bomb, but it's not a cluster bomb, and it's a lot safer because it goes in a straight line rather than in a wide arc like that, like the cluster bomb does. So, yeah, strafing run, I highly recommend it. Also, 3 buttons. It's up, right, right, and very useful when you're getting chased by stuff. You can arm it, turn around, throw it at the ground, run another 5 feet in the same direction you were running in the first place, and it'll just zip through all the stuff chasing you. And let's see, lastly, orbital gas strike. This is another one that gets affected by orbital scatter, so it doesn't necessarily land where you want it to, but when it does work, when it does land where you want it to, it'll land where the beacon lit up, and it's very useful for when bug breaches happen or when bot drops happen. You can drop it right on top of where everything is. Also, if you're dragging things through a checkpoint, you can block that checkpoint with this, so they take some DOT, and that's damage over time. And when they come out the other side, your buddies can help mop them up. So this one is 4 buttons. It's right, right, down, right. Very fast cooldown. Alright. I'll queue up. Make sure nobody's gonna drop in.
You can answer, Helldiver.
Where's a nice place we can show this stuff off? Here's good. We'll bump it up to easy. That's good.
Mission coordinates locked.
It's just for showing things off. This works with about every gun available. I'll go ahead and switch to some standard stuff so I can show you all
Orbit synchronized.
how best to do that. Now, when you drop in, you want to land on top of some rocks. The reason for this being you're less likely to land on top of a point of interest, and in the higher level difficulties, there will be enemies hanging out at points of interest. So if you can land on the rocks, you won't have to deal with enemies right off the bat, hopefully. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and don't sleep on your hell pod optimizations. This is the first one. It's on page 3. Buy it. This one comes later. Buy it. Then they have this one. It's okay, kind of gimmicky. This one here is after this one. It's probably the best one. Buy it. But we're going to run with that. We'll switch to what everybody has when they start. Incendiary Grenade's another one in the Steel Veterans War Bond, the one that I don't necessarily recommend buying, but it's good. If you do buy that War Bond, definitely get this one for dealing with Terminites, but we're going to go with the standard loadout everybody has. As for this stuff, it doesn't matter too much. I recommend a light armor every time, even though they technically, quote, fixed, unquote, the armor values, because the trade-off, in my opinion, just is not worth it. But you're probably going to have this one, so we'll wear that. All right. Once again, strafing run, orbital gas strike, orbital air burst, and the expendable anti-tank rockets.
Hellpod launch initiated.
Cinematic drop. Okay, so the first thing you do when you drop, try and find a safe-ish spot to land, and if there are enemies around you, try and kill them as quickly as possible. You don't want to have to deal with a bug breach as soon as you land. Next, call in your equipment. Expendable anti-tank is very easy to memorize. The button combination, down, down, left, up, right. Grab one. I like grabbing both so that way it keeps the thing in a low profile, because I have this paranoia that they're going to see that blue light from the thing from a distance.
There's something here.
Some points of interest will have shipping containers. Turn off my flashlight. Burst fire. Okay. Shipping containers contain stuff that's being shipped, hence the name. But you'll find goodies inside. You can occasionally identify what the stuff is inside. It's going to be requisition slips, or super credits, or war bond medals, or a weapon, or difficulty 4 and up. There's a possibility there will be a rare sample in there. If you're low on grenades when you're about to pick up grenades or a supply pack, equip your grenades, and it will give you more than you're supposed to have. I don't know if this is a bug or a feature, but let's try and keep it on the down low, because I like having an extra grenade, especially if I'm wearing an outfit that permits me to carry more grenades. Okay, we need to go kill a brood commander.
100 meters.
So let's go do that. Here we got choke points. We got hazardous fauna. Don't step on the plants. Anything that looks like it could be spiky or explosive.
How about a nice cup of liver tea?
That is a bug breach in the making. We want to get a gas strike on top of that.
Gas strike incoming.
And we got bugs following. I may have died, but I killed a bunch.
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
Democracy has landed.
If you've got teammates with you, they're going to do a good job of covering your back. Pick your loot back up. Early level difficulties, getting every single point of interest is not necessary, so don't sweat it. But don't sleep on these points of interest where they have a little noisy beacon.
There's something here.
Because they might have some goodies in there that you want. Okay, we're going after a brood commander. He's going to be over here because it's a large point of interest. That's a hell bomb.
Tagging location. West.
If you're smart, you can utilize it. That is some free shit. Supply backpack. No, it's a rover. This isn't the favorite one. And that's why the bullets bounce off of stuff. There it is. Take a knee. If you go prone, it reduces damage from explosions and other sources. Yeah.
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
Ready to liberate. Bag's empty.
There's another bug breach. Remember, we put the gas strike on it.
Gas strike incoming.
And because that one is armored, we push the line. Now, on these lower level difficulties, having expendable anti-tanks isn't necessarily the best
Dropping a
choice.
pin. Northeast, 300 meters.
But I like having a stratagem that you can call in every minute or so.
There's something here.
See, there's another one of those shipping containers. And they provide the explosives. War bond medals and a stalwart. Stalwarts are okay. They lack armor penetration, but they can put a lot of rounds downrange. And you can reload them while running. So this is something you use to focus on the trash mobs that run around. I'm going to be honest. I'm basically making this video in the hopes that Brian Mahoney of Neebs Gaming will take the time to watch it. Because I think he has a lot of potential.
Main objective near your position. Attack underway.
Emerges victorious yet again.
Drugs are great.
When ready.
This particular armor offers a stealth option. The enemies are less likely to notice you. It's not entirely true. It reduces the distance at which they can detect you, so you can get closer to them before they notice you. So, let's do the orbital air burst, because we haven't used that one yet.
Incoming.
Another bug breach. Gas.
Firing gas strike.
Yeah.
Say hello to democracy!
I was going to do a strafing run, but she appears to be rearming. I got another 25 seconds. We're basically done here. And this is kind of a training mission. And if you're new to the game and you don't have Warbond medals, these earlier difficulties are great opportunities to wander around the map and find points of interest.
Liberty returns, locked and loaded.
Like, if you look at my compass up above, there's a question mark. That means there's a point of interest over there. In this case, it's a dead soldier.
Found something.
Extraction is available.
Break action shotguns are the one thing you can't call in. And they're not bad. But there's a reason why you find them next to dead soldiers. Or dead people, really. They're not really soldiers. I mean, don't tell them that, but we're Helldivers, so... Now we're about to extract. A good practice is, if you're about to extract, save your call-ins until you get to the extraction area.
Extraction request confirmed.
So if shit gets heavy, you have some extra equipment. Especially if somebody happens to die. Wish I knew how many... Are there 2 mags in this thing?
ETA T-minus 1
Okay.
minute 30 seconds.
Carries 7 mags. They're all coming through right there, so we'll give them something to look forward to when they walk through. If you blow up your equipment delivery pods, it's still gonna be somewhere on the ground. When you got a calm moment like right now, look at your map.
Tagging map. Northeast.
Put a
On my
pin
position.
and see what pings.
ETA T-minus 30
Like, we've got
seconds.
some enemies coming from southeast direction.
ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
Have a taste of
See?
democracy!
They all lined up.
ETA T-minus 10 seconds. Clear landing zone.
Not very good at blowing up buildings.
Pelican 1 landing in progress.
And that's a mission.
Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Nobody's perfect. Expect to die once in a while.
Today you carved another foot in a long climb to liberty.
That didn't take very long. There were obvious things on the map that I didn't get, but I wasn't there for all of that. Those numbers, while they do matter when you're beginning, over time they matter less and less. This number here is the only number that really matters. You're going to hit level 50 eventually. You're going to get those fancy toys eventually. But the best thing you can do for yourself to be useful to your squad is to learn how to use the tools that are available to you at the very beginning. See, I got 146 kills. I was only there 12 minutes. I beat one of them to death.
That was one
But-
for the record books, where all missions are logged for analysis.
Yeah, that's nice. Thank you, lady. But there you have it. That's about all you really need to know when you're starting out. You'll pick everything else up eventually. Just, don't worry about dying. Don't worry about the fancy toys. Just get good with the equipment you got, and eventually you'll get better equipment. Alright, this is Marlboro Mandalorian, signing out. Peace through superior tactics.